May profits be upon you. We're going to take a look at New Zealand dollar against the USD. New Zealand dollar against the USD. Let's take a look at the RT money meter. As of this week, as of yesterday's update, US dollar is ranked at number one at 7.90. Last week it was ranked at number one at 8.39. It's kind of a sideways move over the last week. Meanwhile, New Zealand dollar is still ranked as the last and least, the weakest of the currencies. Last week it was ranked at number 8 at minus 1105, and this week is ranked at number 8 at minus 1034. So it is moving sideways down at the bottom. All right. This kind of indicates, first of all, it's the weak, the strong against the weak. That's the way we do it here. All right. But it indicates that after a strong push up, there is a loss of momentum. After a strong push down, there's a loss of momentum, which means that there's potential for a pullback in both of these. Near-term weakness for US dollar, near-term weakness, strength in New Zealand dollar. But I'm saying near term because I think it's going to be temporary, maybe a couple of days, and then we'll resume the downward trend for the New Zealand dollar and the upward trend for US dollar. Now, let's take a look at the currency itself. We'll do a quick top down. Quick top down, I said. You can hold me to it. Okay. If we just look on the monthly, we can see that price is running down. Here is the COVID low. All right. The recovery. All right. We didn't break the swing structure, the swing high. And then here we are getting ready to visit that low. I believe we're going to take that low, unfortunately, folks, but we are heading into monthly demand down here. All right. So a little space to go before we reach the COVID low. And then we may see a bounce as we reach the monthly demand zone. All right. If we go to the weekly, it's the weekly is also bearish. Okay, we have some good momentum, but the momentum in these candles is not in these candles. So we see a slow up here, right? But it's still bearish. Look at the way the week closed. It closed a bearish candle. Not the biggest bearish candle, but it is a bearish candle nonetheless. All right. If we go to the daily, what do we see? We see that break of structure up here. All right. It just indicates a lot of bearishness. All right. And where are we in? Why we got this big old box here? What is that about? That's that monthly zone. That's what that is. That's what that is. All right. And we're in the extreme of this monthly demand. We're in the extreme. We're in the wick demand of the area, right? Actually, you know what? That's a weekly, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's a daily. It's a weekly daily zone, and I want to make sure this. Where is this? Where does this belong? I'm not sure why I have it. Why it's out. Let me see something here. Make sure I got these things right. All right. This belongs in really, this one belongs in weekly. All right. So I'll separate this one. Okay. Yeah. We'll put it there and we'll quiet it. All right. So if I may continue, you can see we made this low, price pulled up. All right. This is the new swing high. And then we break the low, all right, which indicates price is going to continue down. However, upon close examination, we see that we didn't get a break and close below that low, which would be more convincing that price intends to go down, right? So we see the bounce there. We see the wick below it. We see the wick into this 4-hour and daily extreme. This is a daily zone, but we're at the extreme of that daily zone, which is a 4-hour zone demand. All right. And you can see how price responded once we got down there. All right. We broke those lows. We swept liquidity and we bounced up. All right. Breaking internal structure to the upside, breaking that internal high, but it's not a break and close above. Now, that's very curious. Now, in this leg of structure, this is the high and low of this this leg of structure here. Okay, that's the trading range. Let's go to the 4 hours so we can see this very as clearly as we possibly can. All right, I want you to see this. All right, we see the swing low, we see the swing high, we see the break of that swing low, right? And then price does go lower, but it doesn't break a candle body break and close below. You understand? All right, we do see the wick below, and we see how price came up and took out the highs, and we have this very tentative. That's why you see a question mark there, a very, very, timid break of the highs here. So what does this indicate? This is in the equilibrium of this trading range. The trading range I just described to you, the top and bottom of it, and we did cross the 50% of this trading range. We did cross into it. All right, does price need to go higher? That is the question that's on my mind. Is the pullback over? Well, what I look for to see if a pullback is over is for a break of structure going the other way. All right, and what did we get here? We didn't get that break, that change of character. We didn't get that IBOS either, the bearish IBOS here. What we got was a push down. We got a pull, and we had the formation of an order block here. Actually, the zone, the full range of the zone is like this. All right, but I'm showing it as the possible start of a chain of supply. And we're going to see what price does down here. Here's the deal. What I want you to take away from this little price action right here is we had a push down. Okay. We had a pullback. That's a good pullback, a valid pullback. Price dithers a bit, take the high of that pullback, and then price takes the low. All right. However, we didn't get a candle body break and close. We did see price take out these highs. That's an internal break of structure. That indicates the internal structure has switched bullish. And as soon as it breaks that high, oops, I didn't mean that. As soon as it breaks that high, we're looking down here to see if this low holds. As soon as this breach happens, and we did get a technical break and close above these highs, a technical break and close. All right, but we're going to see if this low holds. This is the strong internal low. All right, because it caused a break of structure to the upside, so it's strong. So I expect it to hold. All right, the expectation is for it to hold. If it goes through and we get a break and close below, we're making a deeper penetration into the extreme of the daily 4-hour zone, and I'm still looking for the price to turn around, because there is the potential, because we mitigated the equilibrium, but this is where you want to take your shorts. All right, respecting this high. All right, respecting the weak internal high. All right, but this is the top of the trading range, and if it respects here, that means we'll be making the lower high, and we'll be on our way to making the lower low. I'm hoping that you were able to keep up with that. Swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. The question in my mind is this the lower high? We'll find out when price settles us here, and we can go down to the 15-minute time frame, and we can look for confirmations for buy entries, because this is in discount below the 50% of the trading range. So we'll look for confirmations there. I hope you are able to follow my logic here, if price holds here, we'll look for bullish price actions, we'll take it up, and we'll look to this this POI here. And if price breaks through, again, if price breaks through, we'll see if we get bullish price actions towards the middle of this zone, which is the extreme of the zone. We can take these lows, get a break and close below that, and then a pullback. And if that pullback happens, because this would be a break of structure to the downside. If we get that pullback to this zone, this would be a high probability trade to take to the downside. Hope you can follow that. All right, folks. Check out my other video where I go over the COT report for each individual currency future. All right. And I also, highlight which of the currencies are actually strong, which ones are actually weak. And this is why I make the choices for which pair I'm going to trade the upcoming week. I put the weak against the strong against the weak. That's the way you do it. I'll see you in the next video, folks. Thank you for watching.